Hey, Steph, where are you at?
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Come on, hurry up. I want to go to supper.
There ain't no supper tonight, honey. I'm heading to the airport. Woo!
What are you going to the airport for?
Oh, maybe I forgot to tell you. I have another Ag in the Classroom video that I really wanted to do, so I'm going to the airport.
What? The airport means you're flying out of Hayes and you're leaving?
Yeah. See, I needed to go see Mesa and Michael and the grandkids, so I thought while I was there, I would just film another Ag in the Classroom. What better place to check out another agriculture commodity than in Washington State, right?
Really? What
Yeah.
are you going to do in Washington State?
Well, believe it or not, gonna go check out a Christmas tree farm. Can you
Really?
believe it? Yeah, I know they have some in Kansas, but since I was going to Washington, I thought, yeah, maybe I should just go ahead and check it out and see what it's like raising Christmas trees.
Well, that's awesome, but where is my ticket? Don't I get to go?
Well, it is kind of work related and just wanted to check the kids out. Kind of forgot to get you a ticket. But you know what, hon? I really need you to stay home and watch the dogs and take care of the horses and answer the phone and pick up the mail and that kind of stuff. So, but I promise I'll bring a really cool video home for you to check out. How's that?
Okay, that works. Hey, what time's your flight?
Probably pretty quick here, so we better get going.
All right, you better get
You
going.
gonna drop me off then?
Well, yeah, I'll drop you off. Let's get.
I got my boots on. Are you ready yet?
No, I'm not. I gotta get my boots. I gotta get my coat. Hey!
You know what? I don't got time. I'll drive myself to the airport.
What? No, you gotta wait for me. I want to take you to the airport.
See you in a couple days. Adios!
No, wait! Oh!
Look how tiny this Christmas tree is. We're finally here at the farm. My daughter made some arrangements to meet this really cool guy named Darren. His family owns a Christmas tree farm, and he's going to tell us all about Christmas trees. Hey Mesa, come here. I'm so excited. Check it out. Hey guys, this is my daughter Mesa.
Hi.
She's at the Christmas tree farm with me, and I'm super excited about being here today. This is a teeny tiny Christmas tree. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know about Christmas trees?
I know that there's a lot of trees here in Washington.
There's a lot of trees. And if you look right down here, guys, there's a stump. I think that when they replant these new trees, they plant them by the old stump. So they can kind of keep them in the same line
That
when
would
they're
make
planting
sense.
the Christmas trees. But hey, let's go meet Darren
Yeah?
and see the Christmas trees. I'm so excited. I came all the way from Kansas to see Christmas trees.
Well, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm excited to learn about some Christmas trees.
Well, hi everybody. Welcome to Ag in the Classroom. This is Stephanie with Ellis County Farm Bureau. And guess what? I finally made it to the tree farm. Look behind me. There's Christmas trees everywhere. This is my friend Darren Sprosky. I'm going to mess it up. I knew I was. I'm so happy to be at your tree farm, and I'm so excited for you to tell me.
We're happy to have you out here.
Yeah, this is crazy. So where are we at? What town?
You are in Rainier, Washington.
Rainier,
which is
Washington.
a very small town.
Okay. Okay, very small town.
We're roughly 12 miles or so, a little bit southeast of Olympia, the capital.
Okay, so pretty, kind of the middle of Washington State, sort of. Middle,
On the west coast, yes.
West Coast,
yes,
okay,
yes.
great. And it's Rainier because you live close to Mount Rainier, right?
Yeah.
Famous mountain.
Famous mountain, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
very good. So, and your family grows Christmas trees.
We do.
And how long have they been doing this?
My grandpa started it in 1965, and so it was him and his 4 kids, 2 brothers and 2 sisters, or 2 sons and 2 daughters.
Okay.
And so I'm the son of the son, so I'm the third
generation
yep,
Christmas tree farmer.
Yes.
Who would have ever thought a third generation Christmas tree farmer? We have corn farmers and soybean farmers and ranchers that raise beef and sheep and pigs, but Christmas trees don't happen that often in Kansas, so this is a big treat for us.
Good.
Very good, very good. So what kind of Christmas trees do you grow?
Okay, 3 kinds that we have on the farm. Doug fir, which is the field we're in right now. So
Okay.
that's Douglas fir. We also have the noble firs.
Okay.
Okay. And then you have grand fir.
All right. So big differences between those firs? Do they get taller or wider? Or?
Slight differences. So the Douglas fir here, them and the grand fir are very similar. They're bushy trees like we see here,
Right.
conical in shape, cone shaped. The grand fir will have a little bit more waxy needle, and it'll be a little bit wider, and it'll have a little bit of a blue tint to it.
Oh,
on it.
okay.
Yep, on the
I
underside.
think I've seen trees like that.
Yeah,
actually.
and they're a little bit more smelly. They smell a little bit more. They smell nice. They smell like a tree. You
like
get
a fir tree.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then nobles grow a little bit different. There's more space in a noble, so you can, and their branches are a little bit thicker, so you can hang heavier ornaments.
Oh, I see.
And so that's the popular tree now, are the nobles. Everybody wants a noble. Nobles are the slowest growers. They take forever to grow.
How long? Like a couple years?
So when we get our seedlings, they're usually 2 years old, and they're about so tall. Okay.
They're only that
They're
tall.
only going to be for a couple years old. They're going to be about so
Wow.
tall. We plant those in the ground. This tree here, which is roughly, what we call a 6 to 7 foot tree.
Okay.
Okay. This has been in the ground for about 6 years to get this
but
tall.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
6 years it
Yeah.
took it to grow that tall.
Now your nobles that we have, you're going to be pushing closer to 10 years to get to this same height.
Okay.
Okay, they just grow slower.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
and because of that, they are a heavier tree when you go to handle them too.
Oh,
they
yeah?
weigh a little bit
Yeah?
more. Yeah, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how, do you like package your Christmas trees up and send them? Do people come to the farm? How does it work? Like, say I wanted one of your Christmas trees.
Right. So we do a couple things here. One is what we call U-cut, which is where people come out and they cut their own tree. So
Okay.
they walk the fields, they figure out what kind of tree they
Just
want.
like in the old days.
Yep.
Just
Cut
like
it-
in the old days.
Cut it down, bring it up. We wrap it up for them, make it smaller. We shrink it down for them. Run it through a baler, and then
Funny thing, a baler in Kansas is nothing like that. We bale hay, not Christmas trees.
yeah.
It's funny though, they call it the same thing.
it's the same thing. You're wrapping up. Yep,
Right.
Yep. And then we also do a little bit of wholesaling for a couple folks that use it as fundraisers for like a church and that sort of thing.
A wholesale means they buy a whole bunch of trees and they
Yes.
sell them, maybe like the Optimist Club. That's what we have in Hayes. They have a tree lot and people
Yes.
come and pick out their trees. So you would sell to someone that would do that.
Yes.
Perfect.
We just got done this last weekend here, cutting just a couple hundred trees down for these guys
Gotcha.
that needed these for the wholesale. So they get them at a discounted price because they're going to turn around and resell them at their lot or at their church or wherever it's at that they're selling
Have
them.
some
Yes.
ready?
A little bit further down the field, we have some that have already been baled. We can take a look at that and see how they look.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, let's head that way.
Okay.
All right, Darren, we're here at your this is a baled Christmas tree.
Baled Christmas trees. So Dad and I went through the field to cut for these guys, and so you pack a chainsaw around and
Okay.
you figure
You
out
don't
which tree you
hatchet
cut.
it?
No, you can try that. You're going to be here a while.
That takes too long. Okay,
Yeah.
so you
And
just
so, yep, we just underneath the tree, we cut it down, and then we drag from in this field, we drag it over to the road,
Mm-hmm.
and then we come by with a baler attached to a tractor.
So you bring the baler through here,
The
just
baler
like we would take
yep.
a baler to the field
Yep, you
for our
bring the-
hay. Okay.
Yep, bring the baler out here, and it's a manual process. We load the tree into the baler, it pulls it through, it wraps it up with this twine,
Okay.
and shrinks that tree down.
So how many trees? Okay, just like in a season, how many trees do you sell in one season? Do you know roughly?
Roughly total between Doug's and Nobles and all that, you're going to look at probably close to 1,100, somewhere in there.
Wow, that's a lot of trees. I read on your website that you guys have sold 500,000 trees since you've been opened. Does that sound about
well,
right?
we opened in 1965.
So that's a lot of trees.
That's a lot of trees. Yeah, it's a lot of years.
That's like 500,000 trees, and you guys planted them all.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
yes.
when do you plant the trees? What time of the year?
That's going to get done in the early springtime.
Just kind of like regular
it's
crops?
It's just like normal. Yeah, you want it when it's a little bit wet out, so the trees can get
It's
a hold.
always wet here. Every time I
Well,
come
that's
here,
not
it's
true.
wet.
This last summer it was dry.
Yeah,
This
well,
summer was dry.
Come to Kansas, buddy.
Yeah,
You don't know what
yeah,
dry
yeah,
is, and
yeah.
we've been really dry this year. So,
Yeah, yeah.
so typically a Christmas tree, like you said, takes 6 years to grow,
Yes.
and so you plant them in the spring. And so, do you go out where people chop them off, and then you plant a new tree there, or
So yes, there's a couple ways you can
Alright.
do this. So yeah, so if you're wholesaling and you're going to be doing that a lot, you're going to come through a field and you're going to cut for 2 or 3 years, and that field's going to be pretty much cleaned out. You've cut pretty much everything that is a good tree.
Okay.
And so what's left, you're just going to cut and get rid of. Just clean out the field.
Gotcha.
That prepares the field for your next planting.
So you try to keep them like in stages. Like look over here, you can see there's shorter trees, and I'm gonna guess this is not a Douglas fir. This is a noble.
Nope, those are Dougs.
Those are Douglas
Those
too.
are Dougs. Yep, they just haven't filled out yet.
Yeah, they look so different.
Yes.
And you don't come and cut or shape the trees, or do you?
Nope, you do that. That's part of the process. So after they get to be about so tall, there's a couple things that have to happen. One is you have to go through and bottom prune. Okay. So what bottom pruning is you have a hand nippers and you're spending your time on the ground going through these trees, and you're coming down here and getting rid of any branches that are down along here.
So that makes them easier to cut.
Not
I'm
only
guessing?
easier, but you need a handle for a Christmas tree because people want to put it in a stand and you can't have branches there.
That's true.
Right?
That's
So-
true. And it's
so-
easier to prune them when they're little.
Well, yeah, because you don't want the branches to get too big, the limbs.
Okay.
So you bottom prune that. And then you come through as part of the same process or whatever, you're doing your tops, okay? So this is the whorl. Top part of the tree here is the whorl.
Okay.
So you're going to cut that to length in accordance to your top, so you can get it kind of a cone shape here.
So you prune them when they're little.
These get done every year.
Oh, you do?
No,
you clip them
these
every
get
year.
sheared every year. Yeah.
I did
so
not know that.
so they get to here, and then you come around with a long knife, machete, and you walk around the tree, and you are slicing this tree, these limbs.
Just
Is what you're
kinda
doing
shape
to give
them.
it this cone shape. Yeah.
I see. So
That's what
it's
happens.
pretty. And
Yes.
then when they get them to their house, they can kind of shape them more if
They can
see
clip and
something.
do whatever they like. When I
Yeah.
take them up to our house, it's like, okay, we got a tree. It's a little bit too tall for the ceiling, so I cut the top off a
Right.
little bit, to make
Right.
it fit. That's all. Okay.
So Darren, on the Christmas tree farm here, I'm just trying to compare it to Kansas.
Yeah.
And in some places in Kansas, we irrigate and we fertilize our crops. What do you do?
Okay. Since we're in Washington and we do get more rain than Kansas,
You don't need to irrigate.
We don't irrigate, yes.
Okay.
And also, it's kind of hard to irrigate fields when the trees get up to be 9-10 feet tall and with sprinklers, and it's just
Right,
it's not
right,
going to happen.
right. So, yeah.
So we do fertilize with
Okay.
with a little bit of nitrogen. When we fertilize, that's a manual process. You are walking around with a
Wow.
bucket, and
And
you're putting you're throwing fertilizer underneath what we call the drip line. So the drip line is when these trees get wet, the water is going to drip down right underneath the bottom branches here. And so your
Oh.
fertilizer is going to go right here. Okay? So it drips on her. You don't want the fertilizer to get on the trees because that will burn the branches and the needles.
So you have to be kind of careful when you're
Yeah,
fertilizing.
so you got to do it when it's dry. You have to fertilize when it's dry. So if you get any on there, it can fall off.
Oh,
But you put it right on the drip line to where that water drips and it soaks it into the ground.
Really, that's interesting. Boy, I've learned a ton about Christmas trees for real. I did
Good.
I did not know about the Christmas trees. I know earlier you said the top part was called the whorl of
Yeah,
the tree. So
yes.
is there different parts of the tree?
No,
Just
not
the
really.
whorl makes it.
We just call this the top.
Okay.
This first set of branches here is the whorl. And then you just have the rest of the tree. And then we call this down here either the butt or the handle.
The
bottom.
butt or the handle
bottom
is
of
the
the
very,
stump, yeah.
very stump.
Yeah,
stump.
yeah.
Very cool. So, and I noticed you've got lots of trees cut off around this tree. Do you leave the stumps in the ground or do you pull those out?
So in a field like this, these stumps are going to stay.
Okay.
Okay, because we are going to interplant. So we will be planting small trees right next to that stump.
Okay.
Is what we'll be doing.
Okay. And it goes back into the ground and
It just rots.
Yeah. It
After
just adds more.
after a year, you can kick those stumps and they'll usually just fall apart.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha.
yeah.
So more kind of eco type
Yeah.
fertilizer in the ground, just
Yep.
putting it back in the ground.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Darren has been so nice to show us how to bale a Christmas tree. I baled a lot of hay in my life.
Yeah.
A lot. Big round bales, small square bales, hefted them up on the deal, but I have never in my life baled a Christmas tree. So I'm super excited to learn how to do this. So
All right.
what's the first step, Darren?
Okay. So with the baler, what we have here is our baler.
Okay.
This tree's going to go in butt first into here.
So that
Yes,
would
this,
be
this
the,
end here.
Okay.
This end here.
Okay.
We have a cone that when this tree gets pulled through, it pulls the branches up and squeezes the tree down.
Okay.
Okay, and then we will hook onto it with the chain and pull it through, and then we'll wrap it with the twine, and we'll show all that.
I can tell you right now, some of my boys are going to enjoy this
Oh, yeah.
mechanical piece of equipment.
Well,
baling
You're gonna help me put it in.
I get to help.
And then you're gonna set the hook on it also, and I'll run the controls, and
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
All right. So
All right.
what
So
do I
if
do?
you want to grab the top,
I'm going to grab the top.
Yep.
Okay.
and we'll load it up into it,
Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good.
and then you got to push it.
Oh my gosh.
Get that butt in there.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, all right.
It's gonna get a little loud, so I'm gonna turn it on.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to go around that side over there.
Okay. My family Christmas tree. Be serious.
You're gonna take this, you're gonna pull it forward, and you're gonna hook it onto the butt.
Okay.
And then I'll put a little tension on it. There you go. Hook it on. Yep, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put a little tension there.
Oh,
Okay, it's hooked now.
I did it.
This is the drum that holds the twine. Okay? Got a little hook there, we're gonna hang on to it, and then I'm gonna pull these levers, it's gonna pull the tree through. This drum is gonna spin.
So the drum's going to spin and spin the tree.
Nope,
No,
the tree
spin
just
the
goes
twine.
through. The twine spins around
Okay.
it. Okay, here we go.
Wow! That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Come on up here, Mason. Look at that. Our tree. It's all ready to go.
Yep.
That took like 30 seconds.
Yes, so this is the baler that we have by the tree shop for our retail. Now
Okay.
we have another baler that's gas powered, and that's the one that gets towed behind a tractor out
It
there in
goes
the
down
field.
the aisles, and when
Yeah.
you do wholesale, that's
Yes.
how you bale.
Yep.
But it's a similar.
It's the same machine, it's just gas powered. This is an electric motor. James puts up here.
Wow.
So yeah.
And this looks like it's been here a long time. So has this been with the family?
These are very old.
Yeah?
Yeah, these are probably 1960-ish.
Wow. So probably
Yeah,
kind of
they're
about
old.
the time your family
Yeah,
started doing
yeah,
this business.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, can we set it up so we can see what it
Yes.
looks like now after
Yep.
we bailed it?
After we bailed
so
it.
we know how tall it is.
Take her, drop her down,
Set her up.
lift it up.
Look
There
at
we
that.
go.
That is the same tree that I took a picture with you and Mesa earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells so good.
It does.
I can't get over how good it
fit,
smells.
that's all.
So, okay, they've cut their tree, they baled it, they get it home.
Mm-hmm.
How do they get it ready to exhibit for Christmas?
Okay, so depending on how long they leave it outside, some people leave their trees out for a little bit, you know, just kind of let the bugs get off of it or whatever, right? When you do that, when you go to bring it in the house, and you're going to need to take a little bit off the butt, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. You're going to need
And
to make a
that's off-
fresh cut
That's off the bottom.
off
okay.
the bottom, right? So what happens when you cut this tree down, the sap is going to seal over the bottom to keep the moisture in the tree so the tree doesn't dry out,
Okay.
okay? And so when you go to put it in your stand and start putting water, you need to open that seal back. You need to open that up so that
So
tree
it
can
can
start
soak?
drinking.
Okay.
Yes, okay?
Okay.
And so they come in, they put it in their tree stand, they start putting water in it and and it's going to drink for, you know, a few days. It's going to really drink the water, and then
Right.
it'll slow down after
Right.
that.
And that'll keep the
Keeps
pine,
it
the
nice
needles
and, nice
from
and
falling
supple.
off,
Yep,
and
yep.
it'll
Keeps
keep
it
them
nice and soft. Yes.
Nice and soft.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a dumb question for a Christmas tree farmer. What is best, real or artificial trees? And tell me why.
You got to go real.
I knew that was going to be the answer.
Of course.
but
An
what are
artificial
some-
tree is not American.
It is not American.
That's right.
What is the reasons why, though? Tell us why it's good for us to utilize real trees.
Well, for me, a real tree is more of the traditional
Mm-hmm.
Christmas. It's not a plastic thing that you're just putting
Right,
up, right?
right,
It's
right.
more real. You get the nice Christmas tree smell in the
Right,
house.
right,
It just
right.
seems more authentic, I guess.
I like
is,
that.
is the word.
That's a good word.
You know?
And it's also more eco-friendly, wouldn't you say? I mean, you are harvesting a live
Yeah.
tree that can go back into the ground and decompose.
it's a
and
renewable
add to
resource.
right,
Yeah.
it's a renewable resource. And I realize, kids, that some of you have artificial trees. I actually do one of each, just because we live in Western Kansas, and sometimes it's hard for us
Yeah.
to get a beautiful Christmas tree. You guys have them literally everywhere. There's trees in this place, literally everywhere. I get a little claustrophobic driving down the road. There's so many trees compared to where I live in western Kansas. But it is cool to use a real Christmas tree if you have the opportunity, and it does smell wonderful in your house. So, and even if you can't use a real Christmas tree, maybe you could get a real wreath or maybe some garland to help adorn in your house. But lots of different things you can put on your Christmas trees. You can string popcorn, you can have tinsel, you can have all kinds of fun ornaments that represent your family. It's just a great tradition, and it's a great way to celebrate winter, right?
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Well, guys, hey, thanks for joining us here at the Christmas Tree Farm. It has been amazing. We're actually going to run around for a little bit and check out the Christmas trees. If you ate today, make sure you thank a farmer, although maybe not a Christmas tree farmer. I don't know. It's a part of agriculture that's amazing and wonderful, and it just goes to show all the different things that are grown here in the United States and basically all over the country, because Christmas is celebrated all over the world. But if you didn't...
you're coloring your Christmas decoration.
Yeah, I got one done, so I'm working on this one now.
Very good. Well, hey, let's tell the kids what we're gonna do today. You've watched the video about Christmas trees, so now it's time to do your exercises or homework that has to do with Christmas trees. But first off, let's just kind of recap some of the things that I saw in Washington, because unfortunately, Kayla couldn't go. She wouldn't fit in my carry-on, so I didn't get to take her with me. But we did go to the Sprosky's Christmas Tree Farm, which is a very hard name to say, Sprosky's. Darren was super nice and showed us all around their Christmas tree farm and got to see some really cool stuff, and I got to bale a Christmas tree.
How cool.
Which was really neat.
That is so cool.
He talked about how every 2 years they get the seedlings at 2 years of age. That's how long it takes them to grow. And then they'll grow them for 5 to 10 years, whatever it takes for the size of Christmas tree people are looking for. So really interesting. Do you know when Christmas trees kind of first came into play? Do you have any idea?
Maybe around the 1800s, I think.
Yeah, here in the United States, I think it was around the early 1800s, and I think the first president to ever have a Christmas tree in the White House was Franklin Pierce.
Really?
So that's really interesting.
That is cool.
Actually, Christmas trees stem way, way back to the 16th century, where it does have some religious connotation to it, and it still does today. But it also nowadays symbolizes the celebration of winter, a great time to be with your family, hence some of our ornaments. You did your ornament with your family brand. Yep. I did my ornament with my little granddaughter, and I'm working on one with my grandson. So Christmas trees are a symbol of a lot of different things that go along with winter. And to me, it symbolizes Christmas dinner.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, Kayla's going to talk to you about your exercises that she'll be sending along for the teachers. She's got a really cool one, kind of a classroom project to do, and then one for each of the kids.
I think they'll really enjoy that. So, okay, guys. So this is kind of the group project that every class is going to be doing, and your teachers are going to help you with this. But there's 7 pieces of paper, and each of them have a different life cycle or a different stage of the life cycle of a Christmas tree. So what you're going to do is you can either put them on a board, or you can tape them together, you can hang them together, put them in the hallway, whatever you want to do.
So, but they could even color them, right?
Yeah, you guys can even color them as a class. You could write on them. And your teacher's going to have the answer sheet. So basically all you guys have to do is you have to put them in order from start to finish. So however you think a Christmas tree starts out and how they end. So that's going to be kind of the group class project.
And every class is going to get that,
yes,
right?
Every class gets one of these to do together. And then everybody also gets one of these.
To make an ornament.
Like Steph.
Yeah.
So these actually come just like this. And so what you have to do is cut them in half. That way every student gets one. I bet your teachers will help you do that. And then you guys can cut them out. You can hang them. You can take them in the hallway.
I just did a hole in mine, and I'm gonna stick some of it. We'll send the yarn.
Yeah, we're sending yarn so you guys can hang them, and then you can either take them home, you can hang them in the hallway, whatever you guys want to do. But color them, personalize them, make them look like you, make them special. We thought you guys would really have fun doing that, so.
Absolutely.
That's another thing that everybody's getting. And then there's also like specialized worksheets for the classes. So teachers, those will all be in your packets according to your grades. So I think that's it. Oh, yeah.
And you guys are gonna get a little peppermint treat. Here you go, Taylor. Yep. There's yours. Here's mine. We're gonna send along a little peppermint treat to celebrate Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. If you ate today, thank a farmer. God bless America. We'll see you next time on Ag in the Classroom.
Woohoo! These are so fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, take a video of that. That helicopter up there, right there. Isn't that a Huey? You know what they call a Huey?
No. A Chinook.
Chinook, huh? Chinook is ruining my video. God bless America. Thank you, troops, for your service, but get out of the video. All right.
Steph, what are you doing? You cannot fit that in a carry-on on the way back to Kansas.
So pretty. I want to take it home.
The dog said that you can't take it either.
So pretty. Oh, look at the redbirds. You sure I can't fit it in my suitcase?
I'm pretty sure.
So we're at Sprosky's Christmas tree farm. They have 200 acres of land, and I will tell you they do raise cattle like we do in Kansas, but they also have 60 acres of Christmas trees. It's like Christmas tree crazy around here. They're everywhere. Let's take a trip down the Christmas tree lane.
It's like she's never seen trees before. I live in Western Kansas. What do you think?
I gotta get my tree.
Mom? Mom,
What?
what are you doing?
I'm taking a selfie.
It's a Christmas tree.
It's a cute Christmas tree.